Well, the three other children of the woman accused of killing her 4-year-old will stay in the custody of the state. That was the ruling during the hearing for Amanda Pinon in Corpus Christi. It was just last week when investigators say they found Ethan Pinon dead at a home on the city's north side. They arrested 26-year-old Amanda Pinon and 28-year-old Michael Duty after they say they discovered the child lying unconscious on the floor, covered in bruises.
This is a very serious case. There are some very serious allegations that have been made, and in as such, the judge has appointed attorneys for both fathers, the mother, and the children to represent them in court during this process.
Investigators say the mother waited 2 hours to call police after finding her son.